Greg, the hair's amazing right now.
Thank you so much. It's a year and a half in progress, so glad you noticed.
What was it like having Dorian back at practice today? We've been waiting for him to come back for a few days now. What's it like having him back?
Yeah, he came out, hit his stride that he normally does. Just great having him. Great chemistry with him out there, and I think you guys underneath him did a really good job filling his role and just rolling with the punches.
How did he look to you? He's been out for more than a week now. Did he look like he was kind of catching up at all or knocking off any rust?
He looked like he just picked up where he left off, in my opinion. I thought he did really well today, so excited.
For you personally, I mean, you come to UCLA as a walk-on and now you're entering this year on several national award watch lists. Like, what has this process been like for you? What's it like considering where you started to kind of what you could accomplish now as a senior?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same mentality that you always got to have. Coach Sage stays on us about, never getting complacent, always, coming in with a hard hat and a lunch bucket mentality, just coming in and going to work. And that's something that our tight end group has done a really good job of. And that's something we're going to continue to do moving forward.
Thanks.
Go to Mike Regaletto from Bruin Report.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. You've been with this for a few seasons, and we've seen incremental improvements. What can the offense do this season? How good can they be?
Yeah, I think we're going to be very explosive. I'm excited about the experience that we have. I think we're running on all cylinders, and today's practice I think was a really good example of that. We're flying around today, so I'm excited for it.
Dorian said that this is one of the best offensive lines he's had. What can you say about how their progress is, the depth, and what the offense can do with them leading the charge?
Yeah, I think we have a outstanding offensive line. Our communication is really good, when we're down there in the trenches trying to figure things out. I get most of my time with the tackles with Alec and Sean, and they're, always giving me the right calls on time and, making sure I know what I'm doing because it can get a little hectic down there. But when you got guys like that, veterans, makes it a lot easier and makes us play a lot faster.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tony Saracusa, last word.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Good. How's it going, Tony?
Good. Hey, this school has turned the tight end position into a pathway to the NFL for the past few tight ends. What do you have to do personally and for yourself to get to that next level?
Like I said before, it's something that Coach Sage always harps on, just never getting complacent and making sure you're, trying to get 100% out of every single day, giving it your all. Every aspect of the game we got to work on: pass game, run game, and make sure that we're being smart about everything, recovery, weight room stuff. So it's a lot of demands out of this position, but that's why it's the most fun, I'd say.
Now, obviously, you guys are aware, even though you try to block out the outside noise, you guys are aware the expectations are high because you've got such a veteran team, player-led team, all the things that have been getting thrown around all summer. You're almost through camp. You got about a week, a little bit more than a week left before you head into game prep for Hawaii. How do you guys get over that last bit of camp where you're probably a little tired, you're probably feeling a little beat up? How do you keep going through that part so that you can get to the other side?
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to staying, 100% on your recovery. Kind of just the same thing I said, making sure you're taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, and making sure you're in a good headspace. And just continuing to roll with the punches, no matter what comes at you, I guess.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Go to Sam from SI.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
How's it going, Sam? Good.
Good, thanks. So as Tony was saying, obviously the last couple of tight ends from 2-3 years ago who came before you were in the same room as Devin and as Caleb, who are both in the NFL now. Do you kind of stay in touch with them? Are they giving you any advice coming into this year, knowing it's such a big season for you, the whole tight end group, and the team as a whole?
Yeah, we try to keep in contact with them, keep track of what they're doing. Devin, pretty sure had a knockdown last night playing for the Patriots, so that was really exciting. Proud of him, proud of Caleb too, what he's accomplishing and the futures they're going to have. And I think this entire unit that we have right now is pretty much based off of the road they paved for us. Just hard workers, come out here every day and give it their all, and demand the best of themselves and of their teammates.
Great. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
All right, any last questions here for Greg? Great, we'll let him go. Thanks for your time, Greg.
Thank you, guys. See you.
All right, we're now joined by Mike Ezeike. Mike, we got you muted right now, so hit that button. Great. All right, we'll open up the questions for Mike, and we'll get started with Mike Regalado from Bruin Report.
Hey, Mike, nice name.
Thanks.
How you doing this morning? What is your transition been like moving to tight ends? Has there been any major steps that you have to go through? Has it been a seamless transition? What's it been like for you?
The transition's been good. I've played receiver back in my day, so just moving from receiver to tight end, I think it was a good move for myself.
What are you seeing from the offense? I asked Greg this. I wanted to ask you the same thing. How good can this offense be this year?
It can be very good. I feel like we have all the tools and all the talent on both sides of the ball to not only do good things, but to do great things.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Sam from SI.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
What's up, Sam? How you doing?
Good. So Dorian's back today for the first time in almost 2 weeks. What'd you see from him? Is he missing any beats, or is he right back where he was, you think?
Dorian looked really good today. It looked like he didn't even miss any practices. I think Dorian is he's a good player. He's a very well coached, fundamentally sound individual. He looked like he has always looked, and yeah.
And then the tight end group, you guys pretty much have 4 or 5 guys, maybe 6, who look like they can get real snaps, targets, whether it's blocking or going out and running routes this year. What's the competition like within the tight end room? Just kind of knowing that not all of you are going to get all the time out there on the field.
Can you repeat the question again? My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. So what is it like with so many tight ends who have experience and have been around, knowing that you guys are going to kind of have to compete with each other for snaps once the season starts?
It all comes down to competition, I guess I could say. We're not a me team, we're a we team. And that's a famous quote that Dorian believes in. And I'm also a big fan of that. So, it comes down to who can compete, and that's what we got to do every day, is compete.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Let's go to Rick Kimbrell from Bruin Blitz.
Hello, Michael. What is the biggest difference between playing tight end and wide receiver, other than just playing tight? And what has been the toughest adjustment you've had to make?
The biggest difference, I would say, is probably the physicality. It's a very physical game of football that you don't get used to when you're playing receiver, because a lot of receivers, they don't really like to block. I mean, I like to block, but when I was playing receiver, I didn't block as much as I did when I played tight end. And I think, just playing tight end, you have to be more aware of just the box and also the people who are around you. And, I would say just the blocking scheme.
You look like a natural out there, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, buddy. Good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Sam, did you have another one?
Yeah, so Mike, you're just talking about the physicality. How did you kind of change your off-season workout plan to adjust for that? Did you at all? And did you put on any weight in the off-season too?
Yeah, every day you have to come with the same mindset of how can I get better each day. And what I did, or what the whole team did, really was just attack each day with the same mentality of getting from good to great. And whether that's being in the weight room or whether that's also being on the field after practice, like getting balls or like getting the extra lifting, you have to always be on the direct path to getting better.